From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, it's currently 5:46 in the afternoon. I'm Fred Gossage here, along with Ben Luna, Kelly Ross, and Brown Wilson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have a severe thunderstorm warning to talk about. This is for central areas of Limestone County, Alabama. You see the flashing yellow polygon here. A severe thunderstorm warning that runs until 6:30 this afternoon, for the potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe some quarter-size hail. You see the thunderstorm back here near and south of Highway 72. This is the same thunderstorm cluster we watched the last hour come out of the shoals. It's strengthened as it's gotten into some stronger low-level shear, and it's helped organize it. So now we have a severe thunderstorm warning. This includes places like Coxey, Clements, the Blackburn area, almost up to Cairo and Gypsy, but just south of there, the Lawson area, Browns Ferry Nuclear Power Plant, Tanner, downtown Athens, Piney Chapel, the Thatch area, Sardis Springs, Pisgah, Pinedale, almost up to Ardmore. It clips the southern side of Ardmore, then over into French Mill area, East Limestone down to Salem's Corner and Oakland. It also includes western portions of Madison County, Alabama. You guys know Madison County is just outside of our viewing area, but that does include western areas of Madison County, Alabama. Severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. Here along the radar has updated quickly here with the storms moving in, and we're starting to see a notch on that radar. So Kelly, let's zoom in a little tighter. And their storm relative velocity, we don't see any tight signs of rotation, but that notch is one of the first things you look for. So if you're watching us from Blackburn to Tanner, Athens, over toward French Mill, over toward the East Limestone area, I would watch this very carefully over the next 15 to 20 minutes. I can't rule out rotation trying to tighten up here, and I can't rule out a tornado warning possibly being required. I don't see immediate signs of that at this moment, but we'll have to watch that very carefully, given that this is moving into an area of higher low-level shear and the storm is starting to gain that organization. We'll go back to reflectivity, and let's go ahead and do a track from the leading edge of that. Go ahead and do a fan track off to the northeast or so at about 50, 55 miles an hour. And we'll talk about some times of arrival ahead of that rotation. And these are going to include eastern Limestone County and northwest Madison County. Athens at 550. It's almost moving into your area now. Piney Chapel, 554. French Mill, 556. Sardis Springs, 556. East Limestone, 558. The Capshaw area, 601. Center Hill and Pisgah, 602. 604 for Harvest, Maple Hill, and the Monrovia areas, as well as Tony, 606. Elkwood, 610. UAH campus, 611, in downtown Huntsville, 614. Again, Madison County just outside of the viewing area, but we're giving that information as well. The storm approaching Athens here showing signs of damaging straight line winds up to 60 miles an hour, some quarter-size hail, and there is some broad rotation. We'll have to watch for signs of possibly trying to tighten up. That hasn't happened yet, but we'll watch it carefully. We'll zoom out the radar and look at some other storms across the area. We're watching carefully. This is the only severe storm we have in any part of the viewing area. We do have some other stronger storms up near the Pulaski area, so we'll zoom into Giles County, Tennessee, and look at some of these. None of these storms are severe at the moment, but we do have another interesting storm here just to the north of downtown Pulaski. This is up Highway 31 between downtown Pulaski and the Olivet area. There's Fort Hill on the northwest side of town right here. We have this little curved-looking storm, so let's go to velocity. Make sure we don't have any signs of rotation here, and I don't see any signs of low-level rotation. This is kind of a rain-cooled air mass. However, it is moving into stronger low-level shear, so we'll have to watch the storm very carefully. We'll go back to reflectivity here, and that would be moving northeast up through Olivet toward the Brick Church area, and then up toward the Estella area and southern regions of Marshall County, Tennessee over the next 15 minutes. Just hit that DMA view and we'll look at a larger view of all the rain and thunderstorms across the area. Aside from those two storms we're watching most carefully, heavy rain, thunder, and some gusty winds extend from Franklin County, eastern Lawrence County, Alabama, eastern Colbert, western Lawrence, up through eastern Lauderdale County, Alabama, southern areas of Lawrence County, Tennessee, through Giles and Marshall counties of Tennessee. That's all shifting eastward. That is our main round of thunderstorms. But if we put on the Memphis NexRad in QA, we do have another line of thunderstorms filling into the west over North Mississippi. Southwest Tennessee. That is just ahead of the cold front that will be moving in this evening. That's still an unstable air mass back there. I'm not sure these will hold together and be able to strengthen to severe levels as they move into southern middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama, because these repeated rounds of showers and thunderstorms we've had over our area this afternoon have stabilized the atmosphere here significantly. We'll still watch that, but I do think these may not be able to hold together as they move into southern middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama. So we'll go to, let's show links 1 and show the watch warning map, and then we'll go back to our regular stream here since we don't see any signs of rotation and we don't have a tornado warning. Again, central and eastern now parts of Limestone County, Alabama in our viewing area, and then just outside of our viewing area it includes western Madison County. That's a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. No other warnings across any part of southern middle Tennessee or any other part of northwest Alabama or north Mississippi. If it's raining, there's thunder, lightning, that type of thing, we're not ignoring you where you are. It's just that's the only severe storm. That's the only warning we have. There is a tornado watch in effect from now until 9 o'clock across all of southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. However, I think our threat here over the next couple of hours will start to step down as we're in rain-cooled air now. Once we get these initial storms east, threat won't be 100% over, but I do think it is starting to lower. We'll watch the storms very carefully. Should we get another warning before 7 o'clock, we will come back sooner as necessary. We'll go ahead and consider this our 6 p.m. live status update. So our next scheduled one is at 7 o'clock. We'll come back sooner if another warning is issued. And you know the deal here. If a tornado warning is issued for any county in the viewing area, we'll be live nonstop until the danger is over. For Ben Luna, Kelly Rawson, and Brian Wilson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, stand by for a live update.
All right, and just as we were going off air, we got a tornado warning for Limestone County, so that's going to put us in nonstop coverage here. Tornado warning for central and northeastern areas of Limestone County, in our viewing area, northwest parts of Madison County, southern Lincoln County that's just outside the viewing area. This is a tornadic circulation over Athens now, so if you're in Athens proper and then north and east, I need you in your tornado shelter. Small interior room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. We have a brand new tornado warning for central and northeastern areas of Limestone County. We'll zoom in tighter here on Athens itself and look at live Viper radar and storm relative velocity and see where the rotation is. And there's not anything that's especially super tight. I know that National Weather Service has access to some other radars like the UAH radar and such, but this is moving in a higher low-level shear, and it has shown that structure. So we are worried about a possible tornado developing near the Athens area that will be moving off to the northeast at about 50 to 55 miles an hour. I'll read the text of the warning here. Let's see. National Weather Service Doppler radar at 5:53 indicated the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Athens, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Arrival time, Athens now, and then moving on to the northeast. So what we'll do, we'll back out the radar, go to reflectivity, and we'll do a storm tracking, give you some times of arrival here for this potential tornado we have. Kelly will do a fan track just ahead of the rotation at Athens and go northeast, and we'll call it 45 miles an hour. They're doing 40, we'll do 45, give some lead time. This is the set of times of arrival for this tornadic circulation. Again, we don't have reports of a tornado on the ground, but it is a storm that's rotating and showing signs of possibly producing a tornado. Athens, you're not listed because it's over you right now. Piney Chapel, time of arrival by 5:59. Sardis Springs by 6 o'clock. East Limestone, 6:04. Center Hill and Pisgah by 6:07. And then we start getting out here into Madison County, but we're still going to give you the times of arrival, even though you're not in the viewing area. Harvest by 6:10. Maple Hill and Monrovia by 6:12. Tony, 6:13. Elkwood, 6:17. Alabama A&M University Campus, 6:23. Also the Meridianville area, 6:23. Again, possible tornado here indicated on radar near Athens, moving to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. The greatest danger, even though the tornado warning polygon goes up to Ardmore, the greatest danger is going to be Athens, Sardis Springs, Piney Chapel. As far east as East Limestone and French Mill, but likely that area from Athens, Piney Chapel, Sardis Springs, French Mill, East Limestone, up to Pisgah, and then over into west central areas of Madison County near Tony and Harvest, up toward the Hazel Green and Meridianville areas. That's the place here that we're watching for the possibility of a tornado developing rapidly with the storm over Athens. So we will clear off the track here, and let's go ahead and hit the tornado safety rules, and we'll just go through this. If you've lived here for a while, you know what to do, but we know people move here all the time, and this is new to you. A basement, a storm shelter, or a certified safe room. That's the safest place you can be during a tornado warning, but you don't have to be below ground in order to survive a tornado in almost every single circumstance. If you're in this tornado warning, go to a small interior room on the lowest floor of a site-built structure. You can't stay in mobile homes, but a site-built structure, go into a small interior room on the lowest floor, such as a bathroom, a hallway, or closet near the center of the building, lowest floor, away from windows. Think low, think small, think away from windows. Protect your head and neck from flying debris. If you guys have bicycle helmets around the home, put those on. They're critical to protecting your head and neck from flying debris. We've learned over the years that most people that die during tornado situations when their home is hit die from blunt force trauma to the head and neck region. But if you don't have a bicycle helmet, kids have any kind of sporting helmet, you guys have motorcycle helmets, construction hard hats, even metal cooking pots, sturdy textbooks, cover your head and neck with pillows and blankets, flip over the couch in the hallway, that kind of thing. Whatever you can do to try to insulate yourself from flying debris, it's important to do that. It's also important to not stay in mobile homes, not stay in vehicles. You have to head to a sturdy, reinforced structure. Those are dangerous places to be during tornado situations. So again, recap what we have. We have a tornado warning here that in our viewing area includes central and eastern portions of Limestone County and Alabama till 6:30. We'll clear off the tornado safety, go back to Viper radar, and we'll zoom in a little tighter here and go back to storm relative velocity. And we are on the high top next, Rad, right? Okay, yeah, it should be. We do see some signs of the rotation here on the northeast side of Athens, so we'll zoom in pretty tight here on the northeast side of Athens, from Athens to Piney Chapel and Sardis Springs. Get some streets and those type of things on here. We have Lindsay Lane. We have Oakdale Acres here. This is Alabama Highway 251 that runs from the north side of Athens back up and around up toward the Sardis Springs area and then up toward Ardmore. This is your rotation here on velocity where you see the weakness in the gray and you have a little bit of green up against the red. What happens is the radar is back in North Jackson County. The red is winds moving away from the radar back toward the west. The green and the gray is here is winds moving toward the radar. So that would be your area of rotation. To make sure we're not missing anything, let's go to correlation coefficient. Make sure we don't have a debris signature. And I would be looking for a little spot of yellow, green, blue right near that rotation was. I don't see signs of that. So I don't see signs of debris being lofted. But sometimes with a smaller tornado, you don't necessarily get a debris signature, or you don't get it until a scanner tube after a tornado has touched down. Also, it may not be on the ground right this moment, but it could develop at any time. So don't wait until you hear something outside. Don't wait until you see a tornado, because these things are going to be wrapped in rain this afternoon. They're going to be moving fast, 45 to 50 miles an hour. By the time you try to see something, it's going to be too late to seek shelter. You're in the tornado warning. Seek shelter now. The greatest threats on the northeast side of Athens, north of the Brookwood community, close to where I-65 and US 31 intersect with Alabama 251. 251 runs out of Athens up through Oakdale Acres and Sardis Springs, back up to Pisgah and Ardmore. The greatest threat at this moment, we'll go back to storm relative velocity. The greatest threat at this moment is going to be the north side of Athens here, the northeast side near and east of I-65, moving toward the Sardis Springs area, moving northeast, and that's going to carry it very close to the Copeland community, Central Hill, and up toward Pisgah. So these are the areas of highest concern for the possibility of a tornado developing. I haven't seen any signs of damage reports with this at this time, but Looks like we have gotten a spotter report of a funnel cloud near the intersection of Pepper Road and Mooresville Road east of Athens. And that lines up here pretty well with where we have the rotation. Funnel cloud could be on the ground at just any minute. So that's extra credibility here to let you know that you need to take this seriously. Go through your safety plan now. If you're in these locations, it's not going to take too long for the storm to move in here, so don't think you're going to be in your tornado shelters for too long. I know how inconvenient this is, especially 6 o'clock in the evening, but it's the right thing to do. There's your circulation here riding Alabama Highway 251, coming up on Sardis Springs, so you need to be in your place of safety now. And that continues from Copeland, Center Hill, up to the Pisgah area, and then over into northwest Madison County. Again, tornado warning here until 6:30. The polygon goes all the way back to downtown Athens, but I would say here from I-65 and westward in the Athens area, I can give you an all clear from this rotation. It's now east of I-65 and moving off to the northeast. So let's zoom out a little bit. We'll do another storm track ahead of our rotation since we have a defined rotation on radar now. Kelly's going to do a storm track northeast at 45 miles an hour and give you some times of arrival here for the next few minutes. Again, some of these are going to be from Madison County and Lincoln County. Those counties are not in our viewing area, but we're going to give the information anyway while we're here. Center Hill Community at 609, Pisgah at 609, and then Harvest over into northwest parts of Madison County 612, Maple Hill and Tony 614, Elkwood 619, Meridianville 625, Hazel Green 627, Moores Mills 630, Bellevue up here in southern portions of Lincoln County, Tennessee. I think the main threat would probably be south of there, but your time of arrival, if it takes more of a left turn, that would be closer to 631. Again, possible tornado indicated on radar. We have seen reports of a funnel cloud over the northeast side of Athens with the circulation here moving off to the northeast at about 40 to 45 miles an hour. I think the main threat's going to stay south of Thatch, south of Ardmore, south of Pinedale, but from Piney Chapel to Sardis Springs to Pisgah in eastern portions of Limestone County, north of Highway 72, east of I-65 and US 31. That's the main area of concern. And if you're in these areas, and I'll keep repeating myself, and I know people tune in, tune out of weather coverage. If you haven't already, you need to be going through your tornado safety plan, and that's a small interior room, such as a bathroom, a hallway, or a closet near the center of the building on the lowest floor. If you were on second story floor, you go down to the first, away from windows on the lowest floor. You have to get out of mobile homes. You have to get out of vehicles and cover your head and neck with something sturdy to protect yourself from flying debris. Haven't done this in a few minutes, so we'll go ahead and hit reflectivity, hit the DMA view. Since we're focusing on this one storm, we do have other storms in other parts of the area that are not severe. We have to treat this like emergency room triage, where we focus on the most dangerous storms first, and then we talk about other areas, ranking them from most dangerous to least dangerous. It's the only warning we have, but we do have heavy thunderstorms stretching from the Cornersville area in Tennessee down through Pulaski to Minor Hill, then back into eastern portions of Lauderdale County, Alabama, and central and eastern Colbert counties. Heavy rain, lightning, maybe 30, 40 mile per hour winds. Yes, none of these storms look severe. None of these storms look tornadic. We have a second line of thunderstorms back to the west we're watching, but that may show signs of weakening as it moves in. The only concern we have right now is this tornado warning we have for east central areas of Limestone County, and then that heads over into northwest Madison County and southwest Lincoln counties that are outside of our viewing area. The only county in our viewing area that's included is Limestone County. But again, that's a tornado warning until 6:30. We'll zoom in here on the radar. Again, all of us still under a tornado watch until 9 o'clock. I should make that clear as well. But the only warning we have is here for eastern portions of Limestone County. Let's go to storm relative velocity and look at our rotation and see if that's trying to tighten up further. Still have our rotation very close to Sardis Springs, so we'll hold our finger here and flip on correlation coefficient. See if we see any signs of debris, and those lighter pixels are not directly lined up with the rotation, so I don't think that's debris. So no obvious signs of tornado lofting debris at this time, but just because it's not down now, and it still could and not be seen by the radar if it's a lower end tornado, it may not be lofting debris high enough to be detected by the radar. But if it's not down right now, doesn't mean it necessarily can't be down in 30 to 60 seconds from now. So that's why we need you to not wait. Go through your tornado safety plans now. Like we talked about here several times, that's a small interior room such as a bathroom, a hallway, or a closet on the lowest floor of the building near the center. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Stay away from windows, stay away from sliding glass doors, get out of vehicles, get out of mobile homes. Guys, have you seen any other reports or anything that you need to mention on other sources over there?
My brother is in East Limestone.
Are you mic'd up? All right, so I'll let you get mic'd up. And again, that's the area we're watching. Go back to storm relative velocity. Again, no obvious signs of debris on radar, but that doesn't mean that something's not there. And we have had reports of a funnel cloud. So let's go back to storm relative velocity on the radar here. And again, that's going to be very near or just southeast of Sardis Springs, moving off to the northeast. So from, I would say, Pisgah, between Pisgah and Capshaw here, that's where you need to be in safety in eastern portions of Limestone County and northwest parts of Madison County being your safe place. Brian, are you ready with what you had for the report? Okay. All right, so only warning we have at this moment, again, tornado warning for eastern Limestone County that goes until 6:30. That also carries over into northwest parts of Madison County and southern portions of Lincoln County, Tennessee as well.
Okay, we're good.
All right, Brian, what did you have?
My brother actually lives in East Limestone. He sees a wall cloud there just passing north of East Limestone Road.
Okay. So we know that storm is rotating for sure. And like Brian said, we have reports of wall cloud with that. We've also had reports of funnel cloud with that on the northeast side of Athens proper. But as of now, haven't seen any damage reports, haven't seen any confirmations of a tornado on the ground at this time. Doesn't mean nothing's there, but we haven't seen confirmation at this time. But you still need to take it as there may be something there. Be in your safe place away from windows. We'll do a tight view on here, a tight zoom since we have it the past several minutes. Again, your rotation is now east of Sardis Springs. It's very close to Copeland, east of Alabama 251, moving toward the Center Hill area. And then after it crosses over, it's going to be out of Limestone County into northwestern parts of Madison County, out here near the Harvest area, within probably the next 10 minutes or a little bit more than that. So give it about 10 more minutes, so we're going to have this out of Limestone County and over into Madison County and out of our viewing area. But until then, tornado warning continues for eastern parts of Limestone County. Again, Athens proper, downtown Athens. I know you were initially placed in that tornado warning, but downtown Athens itself, we can give you an all clear from this rotation. It's now moved off to the east of you, and it's moving away from you. So for those of you in Athens itself, you can come out of your shelters. I'll say the same thing for the whole I-65 corridor, that US 31 corridor. I'll even say the same for the center of Sardis Springs there on Alabama 251. It's east of you now and moving away. Rotation is here near the Copeland area, and that's moving off to the northeast at about 45 miles an hour. Kelly, while you hold that radar where that is, I'm going to pull up some Google Street Maps here on my screen and see if we can get some smaller roads so that we can call out. So just a second while you hold that radar where it is.
I can tell you right now where the couplet is. That is over East Limestone.
Okay, I'll let you talk over while we call out some particular roads.
Yeah, right over Copeland, the north-south road that goes through Copeland, that is East Limestone Road there. And of course it goes north and meets 251. So that's, I guess it's probably actually a little further east of that now, approaching Center Hill and County Line Road. But yeah, because this is my home territory out there. My brother, he lives out there too, is sending me pictures and videos, and he has a wall cloud there moving north and east at the very least, but it's pretty rain-wrapped, of course. That's one of the problems with storms like this. There's so high precipitation, you can't see much. And there you go, the new scan shows you what I was talking about. It's moving east now, about to approach County Line Road, which turns into Love Branch Road there, west of Harvest. So that's, let me see what we got.
Yeah, East Limestone Road is that main north to south road that runs from US 72 northward up through those areas. Copeland Road is that road that runs from Sardis Springs back to the east through that region where the rotation is. Also, you have County Road 111 through there, County Road 107. This is very close to the Mi Mexica Casita Mexican restaurant there. Let's see. We have that very close to the Common Cemetery area. Again, the east central part of Limestone County, where we have that rotation need unit shelter. Again, this is all to the northeast and east of Athens itself now, so that U.S. Highway 42 corridor, the U.S. 31 corridor, and the I-65 corridor in Limestone County, I can give you the all clear. For the next 5 minutes or so, we have that rotation just about sitting on the county line here between Limestone County and Madison County near the Center Hill community, and we're just about to get that to cross over into Madison County. So we'll hold it here for a few more minutes while we have the rotation in Limestone County. Again, tornado warning technically goes all the way up to 6:30, but for our viewing area, we're about to have this moving out of Limestone County into Madison County. But that rotation's gotten a little stronger here on this latest scan near the Center Hill area. That wavy little road you see, that's Copeland Road. And that's about to be crossing Love Branch Road and then getting over here in the western parts of Madison County within the next few minutes. So these portions of east central Limestone County, north of Highway 72, north of French Mill, south of the Pisgah area, south of Ardmore, this is your concern here for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll have it over in the Madison County. If you're in these areas, or if you're over toward Harvest in Madison County, be in shelter, small interior room away from windows, bathroom, hallway, closet, near the center of the building, away from windows on the lowest floor. Put as many walls between you and the outside as you can. Cover your head and neck with something sturdy to protect yourself from flying debris. Be out of mobile homes. Be out of vehicles as it moves through. We'll flip on correlation coefficient and keep the zoom right where it is. Not seeing any signs of tornado debris, but something could drop at any moment if it's not there. We have had the reports of wall clouds. We have had a confirmation of a funnel cloud when the storm was back over Athens, and the velocity signature now looks better now than it did when it was back over Athens, at least on the high top next rad that we have. So we'll flip back over the velocity. Still not seeing any confirmed reports of damage coming out of Limestone County at this time. All we've had so far is just that funnel cloud report back there from Athens itself, or just east of Athens as the rotation moved over. But so far, no reports of damage. And we're about to have this storm out of Limestone County. Let's zoom out a little farther and hit reflectivity. And yeah, we have just a couple minutes, and this storm is going to be shifting on across the county line out of Limestone County over into northwest Madison County. I know Madison County is not technically in our viewing area, but if you're watching us from Harvest up to Tony, back up to the Hazel Green and Meridianville areas here in northwest Madison County, again, you're still under tornado warning as well. Shelter, lowest floor near the center, away from windows, out of mobile homes, out of vehicles as this rotation crosses over. Starting to get reports of trees down in Athens City. So back near the Athens area, we do have some reports of some trees down as that rotation moved over. Let's go back to storm relative velocity and see where rotation is now. And that's crossing out of Limestone County into Madison County at this time. So we'll hold it here for another minute or two, but we're starting to get this rotation out of Limestone County into Madison County. Pisgah back to Sardis Springs. I can give you an all clear from this as this is now shifting out of Limestone County. Technically, tornado warning still goes for another 15 minutes for Limestone County, but the threat of rotation and a possible tornado is shifting on out of the viewing area. So let's hit reflectivity and look at a big view. And again, the reason why we've been focusing on this has been the only warning we've had for any part of our viewing area. None of the other storms moving through portions of Giles County, Marshall County in Tennessee, or portions of Colbert, Lauderdale counties in Alabama, none of these are severe. And we'll flip on the NQA radar and look at the line back to the west. We have another line just ahead of the cold front. No signs of those being severe at this moment. And they're also about to start moving into rain-cooled stable air over the next hour or so. The only storm we've had of real concern has been the storm that's moved across the Athens and Sardis Springs area with a tornado warning for Limestone County. We go back into HTX storm relative velocity, zoom in carefully, and make sure that rotation has crossed over into Madison County now. I do believe the rotation has crossed over. All right, so rotation is out of Limestone County into Madison County, and we have that out of the viewing area now. And though technically the tornado warning runs for Limestone County till 6:30, but the danger for Limestone County is ending from this storm now. So at this time, we're going to scale back coverage since the rotation has moved out and it's moving away. Tornado warning will likely be trimmed back here, but for Limestone County, your threat of a tornado is ending as that rotation is moving out. We'll continue to watch the storms very carefully. Should any other warnings be issued, we'll be back live immediately with information as necessary. And as you've seen here, anytime a county in the viewing area is issued a tornado warning, we'll be live nonstop until the danger is over. For Ben Luna, Kelly Rawson, and Brian Wilson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. So with Tennessee Valley Weather, we'll keep you advised.
You're watching the